see that notification right? Yes. Hello. Today we're playing Steins. Very fun. Yeah, I don't know. Low-key, let's just start. We'll see what happens. Because I've never played this before. Okay. Dasai's voice actor?
俺はイカれてなどいない。至って正常だ。ここでは真実を語っているんであって、断じて中二病の妄想なんかじゃない。きっかけはほんの些細なことだとしても、それが未来の大きな流れを決定づけてしまうこともある。バタフライ効果という言葉を知っているか？知らないなら調べるのだ。それぐらいの慎重さが求められているのだということを理解しろ。残念ながら俺は慎重じゃなかった。自分の愚かさを分かっていたらあいつを失うことになんてならなかった。未来をこんな形にしてしまうなんてこともなかった。分かるはずがないだろう。その瞬間の自分の手に人類全ての運命を決定づけるような重大なターニングポイントのスイッチが握られているなんていうことは分かるはずがないんだ。考えてもみるがいい。普段の人間の知覚は 99% が遮断されている。人は自分で思っている以上に愚鈍な生き物なんだよ。普段の生活の中に埋もれている何気ないことなど気にも留めないし、知覚したとしてもすぐに忘れるか脳が処理をしないかのどちらかなんだ。あの時の俺に言ってやりたい。迂闊なことをするなと、軽率なことをするなと、見て見ぬふりをするなと、もっと注意を払えと。
The game's really loud. I wanna turn it down if I...
思った以上にずっと短くなって、いつでもお前を陥れようと手ぐすね引いているのだと。
I'm good. That's good. That's good. Okay.
宇宙に始まりはあ
Oh
るか。
my days. I forget sometimes that these OG Japanese visual novels use like only the keyboard.
自らの力を持って滅びゆく。有限。英知を持つ者こそ最も愚かであるの。歴史からも読み取れる。海に生ける魚は陸の世界を知らない。彼らが英知を持てばそれもまた滅びゆく。人間が光の速さを超えるのは魚たちが陸で生活を始めるよりも滑稽。これは抗える者たちに対する神からの最後通告とも言える。
This opening kind of pink now. Okay, we're getting started. Oh my god, it's so loud.
ねえねえ、何ブツブツ言ってるの？
Bro, okay, wait. Let me pause this for a second. How do you open settings? Because it's not with escape. Let me Google this real quick. How to open settings in Steins. Because this is so loud. F1 or double right click during gameplay. Okay. Oh, shoot. What the heck is all this? Configurations. It's literally so quiet and it's so loud. Okay, we're turning all this down, dude. We're turning all this down, okay? How do I need to save it or no? I don't think so. Okay. Okay. There's a sound from the phone against my right ear. Only silence. I feel like that didn't do anything. It didn't save, did I? Okay, it like shows that I've saved, but it doesn't sound like it. Am I just... What's going on? Is it just me? What does enter do? I hope that worked. I think so. It sounds quieter. Maybe that's just me. I am baking in the summer sun. Okay. Sweat slowly slides down my chin and drips onto the asphalt.
おかりん、ねえってば。
girl is standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. We are about to infiltrate deep into enemy territory, yet despite the imminent risk of death, there is no hint of tension on her innocent, childlike features. I cover my phone's mouthpiece and turn to the girl with an index finger to my lips. Oh, are we on the call? Girl.
誰かと電話中？
Yeah, you would think so. I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. Well, yeah, my contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged. Bro, what kind of conspiracy theory are we on? What do we have here? Game, DVD, Akihabara Station? We're in like the electronics town of okay. These crickets are actually annoying me. Dude, how would you feel if I just muted this game? Dude. Okay. What does that say? Character voice on off. Blah blah blah. Okay. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged. Okay, I actually think I fixed it. I think. Nice. Well done, me. Well done. Let's get back to it.
いや、こちらの話だ。問題ない。これより会場に潜入する。
Bro, Miyano Mamoru is such a goated voice actor. His voice is so recognizable. Am I blocking the words with my fat head? One sec. Let me move myself to the top left corner. Yup. It does look like my body's been chopped off, but it's okay. At least I'm not blocking anything. Still no reply. Looks like they just want my report. It's too dangerous to waste time talking here anyway.
ああ、ドクター中鉢は抜け駆けをした。たっぷりとその考えについて聞かせてもらうつもりさ。
Okay.
何？機関が動き出しているだと。
What was the organization? I opened my eyes wide to match my shocked tone. The girl turns toward me in surprise. I sigh, shaking my head as I rub my temples.
そうか。それがシュタインズゲートの選択か。L、Psi。
They set the title. They set the title. L Psi Congru. Okay. Okay. Interesting name choice. I speak the parting words, then pocket my cell phone. Steins Gate. Some know it as fate. To others, it is the will of God. Okay. You could count on one hand the police? Dude, says people. On one hand, the people in this world are aware of its true nature. Okay, so basically no one knows about it. Low-key, I had a bit of a stroke reading that. In any case, we should begin the infiltration. I advance towards Radikon, which is just across the street from the train station. Okay. Gachapon! Of course, this is enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell. But I only make it to the 7th floor before I have to stop and rest. Dude, this guy, like, gotta be the least athletic person ever. You climbed, like, 6 flights of stairs and you're dying, like...
さっき携帯で誰と話してたの？
Is this that girl, Mayuri? I didn't realize the name was down here. Loki, I'm kind of used to it being here, but... The girl, Sheena Mayuri, immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way here, and she isn't even short of breath. So are we, like, not with that girl or something? I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Who would have thought an 8-story building would be so tall? I turn to Mayuri while wiping the sweat off my brow.
聞くな。それがマユリのためでもある。
Bro, chill! Yo! Rintaro!
あ、そうなんだ。オカリ、ありがとう。
Are they okay? Mayuri smiles happily and doesn't pry any further. As always, she is quick to understand my position. Is she like a friend, sister, or something? We've known each other since we were both little. Okay, we're getting there. Mayuri is 16, 2 years younger than- Yo, this guy's 18 and can't climb 8 flights of- Oh my days. 2 years younger than me. So she's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. Yep, I called it. I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. What is this Steins Gate? Some kind of like top secret like military- I don't know, dude. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. I feel like we're narrating the past. Because that intro was like really foreshadowing stuff. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. In front of us stands a cheap-looking stage with a podium and a sign reading Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine Press Conference.
それより、オカリン、オカリン。
What is it? Mayuri insists on calling me Okarin, but it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use.
マユリよ、いつも言っているだろう。俺のことをオカリンと呼ぶなと。
Bro does not like it.
でも昔からそう呼んでたよ。
それは昔の話だ。今の俺は法院教魔。
What the
世界中の秘密組織から狙われる狂気のマッドサイエンティストだ。
Bro, I literally cannot unhear Dazai, bro. Okay.
だって難しくて覚えられないし。
Yeah, that is a mouthful, though, I can't lie. New tip, true name. In any case, Bro, oh my goodness, what is this name? Hoin? Hoin. I'm just gonna call him Hoin, okay? Hoin Kyoma is my true name.
それに岡部倫太郎と一文字も合ってないよ。おかしいね。
Yeah, bro, this guy is like kind of weird. Cease your foolish laughter. Okabe Rintaro may be my real name, but I've rejected it, for it's stupid. Dude, Okabe Rintaro sounds so much better than whatever the Hyoin Kyota something whatever it was, dude. And so, I also hate the derivative Okarin. Come on, it sounds like that elf boy's blue pipe thing.
でね、オカリン。
No way, they're talking about Link, right?
教えてほしいんだけど。
With the like instrument. So Okarin, can I ask you something? In one ear and out the other. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up.
これからここで何が始まるの？
Good
お前
question.
はそれも知らずここまで俺についてきたというのか。
Bro, what is this girl? She nods without dropping her smile.
これからここで始まるのはドクター中鉢の記者会見だ。
We're standing in the assembly hall on the 8th floor of Radicon. It is here that the conference will be held. Dr. Nakabachi is an inventor. He appears on TV from time to time and has a few patents under his belt, but mostly he is treated as a curiosity.
記者会見？でも記者さんなんて見当たらない気がするよ。
Yeah, right? This is like the most dead press conference ever. Mayuri's right. I've scanned the entire hall, which literally takes one glance, but there's no one who looks like a reputable reporter or cameraman. There are only about 10 of us standing in the hall, including me. But where are those 10 people? I don't see them. Considering Nakabachi's moderate media presence and the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine, I would have expected more.
あるいは機関による何らかの妨害を受けたのかもしれないな。
So it was like the organization like really against this time machine thing. I twist my lips into a sneer. I thought that Nakabachi was like me, a scientist, fighting to overthrow the organization. But this press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemies won't miss the chance.
巻き込まれるのは勘弁だがな。
Nevertheless, I'm interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon off my precious summer holiday. Mayuri ponders my utterance for a while before finally turning her head.
巻き巻きトカゲ？それを言うならエリマキトカゲだね。
Two? Dude, you cannot tell me it's Mayuri's birthday right now. I let out a sigh. Mayuri is known to not only make bad jokes, but to laugh at them too. She's always been, special.
マユリ、気をつけろ。おそらくこの記者会見、何らかの事件が起き。
Oh, we got cut off. What's happening? I didn't even finish my sentence. Yeah, what's going on? Under attack? Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? Oh my days, earthquake? Earthquake? Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. We're definitely under attack. Dude, what is... It's coming from above, but we're on the top floor. So the rooftop then. All that's above is the roof. Dude, I keep like saying the line he's gonna say next.
震度 2？ マグニチュード 2？ 震度とマグニチュードってどう違うんだっけ？
Oh my god, this girl. No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out of the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing signs in my way. Guys, I think I turned the music down too low. I can't hear it. And it's kind of like low-key vibey, you know? Okay. I bolt out of the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing sign in my way. What is the what? The door is open. Upon closer inspection, I realize that the lock has been broken. What in the rhyme? I open the door and see a billowing cloud of black smoke. There's some kind of phosphorescent dust sparkling in the air.
爆発だと。
What the hell? I can't believe it. Was there really an explosion? My heart is racing. Damn, I don't know what to do. Should I run away? But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, that doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that? What? Oh, what the hell? Is that a... What the hell? What the... A strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall and looks kind of like a satellite. That is 3 meters? Wait, 3 meters is actually kind of tall. Did that thing cause the shaking just now? Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabashi? Is this part of his presentation? Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he have gotten it up here? My head is bursting with questions. Yeah, me too. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff bursts onto the rooftop. Is this where the conference is? Was that a red herring earlier? They look just as confused as I am.
近寄らないでください。
Woman. And then a woman, who I assume is a staff member, appears to wave us back.
記者会見は予定通り始めますので、もうしばらくお待ちください。
Yeah, I was right. So it is kind of here. Is she trying to hide something? Her response was unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from that thing.
これは匂う。陰謀の匂いだ。何を隠したいんだ。さっきの爆発は何だ。
So dude is yeah, I figured he was a conspiracy theorist. I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turn and leave. But not because I'm scared or anything like that. Not because I'm scared or anything like that. Why is he pulling up the tsundere lines, bro? Staff members lead all of us back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the event hall either. I find her on the 7th floor. Capsule toy. Gachapon! Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to a plate reading birthplace of the Japanese PC. She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I breathe a sigh of relief, then take out my phone.
俺だ。どうも嫌な予感がする。俺たちが知らないところで何かが起こっているようだ。ああ、分かってる。無茶はしないさ。俺も命は惜しいからな。エル、プサイ、コングル。
L Psi Congru. What does that even mean? Who are we talking to? After I speak the words and hang up, I am able to wipe the sweat from my forehead. My sweat is cold. Half of me hopes something will happen, the other fears the same thing. I put away my phone and look back at Mayuri. She's still staring at those capsule toys. She doesn't seem to be worried about the explosion at all. I can't decide if she's level-headed or just airheaded.
Mayuri, 何をしている?
Oh, the calm music.
あのね、ウーパが欲しいなって。
What's an Upa? Just as I thought. Oh, it's kind of cute. It's like a little panda. Mayuri points at a capsule machine. The sign on the front says Rainet Kakeru, a 3D character doll series. Rainet Kakeru is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off. Rainet acts as battlers. They even hold international tournaments. Upa is the series' mascot character. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out like some kind of deformed dog. Okay, dude, it looks more like a raccoon or a panda than a deformed dog, my guy. It's what they call an ugly cute character. High school girls find these creatures adorable for some reason. Last year, an ugly frog character was the rage. Its name escapes me though.
やればいい。ウーパが当たるかどうかは保証できないがな。
Mayuri gives me a troubled smile.
でもね、マユシーは今100円玉を切らしちゃっているのです。
Yeah, I figured that she would want us to pay for it. Mayushi is what Mayuri calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have a star at the end. Mayushi star. But who really cares?
だから、おかりんおかりん、100円貸して。
She holds her hands out with a look like a begging puppy. Looks like she was planning this from the very beginning. Yeah, no duh. Well, at least she didn't say gimme.
黙ったれるな、マユリ。金は貸さん。俺がお前に人生の厳しさを教えてやる。
For this guy. I pull out a 100 yen coin, set it into the machine slot, and spin the lever. But he's gonna take it for himself. I open the capsule and take out the contents. Mayuri leans forward eagerly to see what I got.
ウーパだよ。しかもメタルウーパ。
それはレアなのか？
すごく。
Damn, we're so lucky. While I examine the metal Upa, a boy who is watching us tries his luck on the same Rainet machine.
あ、普通のウーパだ。
He looks at my metal Upa in resentment. I turn to see Mayuri's sparkling eyes also fixed on the Upa. Hey, high school girl, you're acting like a little kid.
ではマユリにくれてやろう。
Dazai's voice actor is really cooking. I love it. Honestly, I don't want it.
本当？いいの？おかりん。
Yup, I don't want that, bro.
おーい、今日まだ。
ありがとう、おかりん。
Bruh, the name is gonna get him. Is she doing it on purpose?
本日はドクター中鉢によるタイムマシン発明成功記念会見にお集まりいただき誠にあり
We
がとうご
skipped
ざ
the
いま
whole
す。
press conference. Ain't no way. I heard the announcement from the floor above.
どうやら始まるようだな。
Oh, never mind. It just started. Low-key, that sounded like an ending speech, no? Thank you guys for coming. We're done today. Get out kind of thing, though. Well, let's go back up then. I head to the stairs, but Mayuri doesn't follow. What's she doing?
行くぞ、マユリ。
She's just so lost in her sauce.
待って待って。名前書かなくちゃ。
For what? She's preoccupied with the metal Upa. I go on ahead. Oh, there's the people.
それでは早速登場していただきましょ 発明家ドクター中鉢さんです。皆さん盛大な拍手でお迎えください。
That's like the most dead crowd ever. Dude, I should clap along to that, Loki. You know, that was so sad. Dr. Nakabachi enters to the sparse applause. Oh god. He walks up to the podium. He is already wearing a frown for some reason. I can feel his irritation from here.
ドクター中鉢だ。どうぞよろしく。
Nakabachi takes the microphone and begins to speak, his voice brimming with confidence.
それではここに集まってもらった諸君だけに人類史に残る世紀の大発明タイムマシンについての理論をお教えしよう。
タイムマシン？あの人が作ったの？
Guess so. Mayuri appears after writing her name on the metal upa. She's a bit late in more ways than one. What did she think a time machine presentation would be about? Yeah, she's a bit slow, huh? I take another look around the room. There are about 20 people now, including us, but still no media presence to speak of. So this is the extent of Dr. Nakabachi's fame? No one believes that he invented a time machine. I was interested in what he had to say, true, but my expectations were no higher than the rest of the onlookers. And a good thing they weren't. As he proceeds to explain his time machine design, my curiosity quickly turns to disappointment, then anger. Bro, what? My roar silences Nakabachi and draws the eye of every person in the room.
バカにするにも程があるぞ。なんだね君は。
俺が誰なのかはどうでもいい。それより今あなたが語ったタイムマシンの理論は一体何だ？
Bro, this guy is really passionate about this time machine, huh?
ジョン・タイターのパクリではないか。あなたはそれでも発明家か？
John Titor?
誰かその男をつまみ出せ。
出ていくのはあなただ、ドクター。恥を知れ。金輪際、あなたには発明家を名乗る資格はないぞ。
There's literally like no staff at this event, no? Except that lady that was like, get away from the rocket.
うるさい黙れ。生意気な若造め。
Oh, just then someone grabs my arm from behind. Quite convinced as an official here to throw me out, I turn around to glare him down.
離せて。
Is that her sister? Oh, who that, bruh? Yo, she kinda cute, no? I like her design. It reminds me of Kyoko Kirigiri. It's a girl about my age. Her intense stare seems to challenge me. I take a step back. Her face looks somehow familiar. Where have I seen her before?
Oh.
Oh. We haven't met, but I know her face. It's Makise Kurisu. A few days ago, my dear friend Daru showed me a magazine article titled Girl Genius Gives Lecture in Akihabara. The article was about a 17-year-old girl who had just graduated from an American university. Her thesis was even published in a major scientific journal. This girl's 17 and graduated at a university. What the hell? Girl Genius, Makise Kurisu. I recognize this stubborn-looking girl from her photograph. Okay, let's read this. Announced surprising thesis in Far Eastern Island Nation. Is that the brain? This thesis, even if it is possible each man's making to data, is possible it is making each man's memory data. The possibility is bold, and it discusses in detail the research and study that credibility is very high. What is this typo in this goofy ass? And it is certain only in possible something present technology, blah blah blah. We got the brain here, we got the parietal lobe, frontal lobe and stuff. I don't know, I can't really see that, so. She's even wearing the exact same scowl. Yeah, she looked mad, bruh. What business could such a genius have with me? She takes a quick look around the room, then turns back to me with a stern expression.
ちょっと来てくれませんか?
What's with the attitude? She's obviously not staff, and there's no way that the Makise Kurisu would be working with someone like Dr. Nakabachi. Which means... No.
貴様機関の人間か。
This guy must be like the lamest dude ever, actually.
まさかここまで手が回っているとは。俺としたことか。
ふざけてないで、ちょっと来てください。
This girl is like, dude, I'm not having your schizophrenia. Your goofy schizophrenia symptoms are acting up again, Rintaro, dude. My outbursts have already attracted too much attention. Nakabachi, in particular, looks like he wants to rip my head off. It must be mortifying to be exposed as a fraud by a bright young man like myself. Yeah, this guy has got some problems, I can't lie. Anyways, I mustn't draw any more attention to myself. The organization gets wind of my presence here, it could endanger my Yuri, to say nothing of these ignorant civilians. Dude, I actually can't read. I let Makise Kurisu lead me out of the assembly hall.
ここで俺に何かすれば人目につくぞ。そうなれば貴様もいろいろまずいだろう。
Pro is still going on about his theory. Oh my god, I can't.
何かって何ですか？人聞きの悪い。
She glares at me, quite fiercely at that. Attractive though she may be, there is no innocence in her eyes. A beautiful agent, unmatched in cruelty. My heart beats in exhilaration from the danger. Looks like chaos really does get my blood pumping. Pro Rintaro is so cringe, I can't.
私はあなたに聞きたいことがあるだけです。
それに答える義理はない。機関のやり方は分かっている。
だから機関って？
Instead of answering, I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。機関のエージェントに捕まった。ああ、マキセ・クリスだ。あの女には気をつけろ。いや、問題ない。ここはなんとか切り抜け。
Bro, this guy's gotta be like the. If you ever meet like this Rentaro guy in real life, you're actually gonna think this guy's insane. Like. Kurisu suddenly snatches the phone from my hand. Yeah, girl, go get that phone, bruh. What skill? I didn't even have time to react.
何をする？
あれ？この携帯電源切れてる。
Bro, this guy is talking to himself. I can't, bro. This. Okay. When we're talking about mad scientists, is this what we mean by mad? Like that he's like actually like borderline like insane?
誰と話していたんですか？
Good question. Himself, his inner demons. Her eyes pierce deep into my soul. I quickly look away. She's good. Is she trying to attack my sense of identity in order to cause a mental break? Recover. This isn't enough to sway me.
貴様に答える義理はないが一応教えてやろう。それは俺以外が触ると自動的に電源がオフになる特別製の携帯なのだ。うわははははは。
Okay. Such measures are necessary to maintain secrecy. I know things that could get me killed. I quickly retrieve my phone and wipe the cold sweat off my forehead. That was close.
そう。独り言だったのね。
I love this girl, dude. This is bad. Ordinary methods don't work on Makise Kurisu, the genius girl. On the contrary, she's the one psyching me out. Damn, looks like I'll have to make a tactical retreat. If I can just find an opening. Suddenly, Kurisu steps up to me with a serious expression. She stares right at me, her eyes blazing with the strength of will. Such fire! I can't look away! Could someone with such pure eyes really be an organization agent?
さっき私に何を言おうとしたんですか？
Wasn't she trying to tell us something? Earlier?
さっきとはいつのことだ？
What are you talking about, bruh?
ほんの15分くらい前、会見が始まる前に。
Did we see her? Nonsense! This is the first time we've met. I was with my Yuri and that Upa toy 15 minutes ago.
私に 何か言おうとしましたよね。すごく悲しそうな顔をして。
Is this low-key a game about schizophrenia? Cause what? Is this a trap? It does seem like one of the organization's dirty tricks. But would this girl do something that underhanded?
まるで今にも泣き出しそうで、それにすごく辛そうでした。
Oh.
どうして？私、前にあなたと会ったことありますか？
She seems sincere. That makes her even more suspicious. That's right. Don't let her beauty fool you. She's a cold, calculating secret agent. Oh, I'm a secret agent. If I show the slightest vulnerability, I'm done for.
そういえば、なんで私の名前知ってるんです？
Yeah, right. How do you know?
俺は全てお見通しなのだ。
Okay. I'm a mad scientist after all.
天才少女よ。次会うときは敵同士だな。
What the hell?
は？
さらばだ。うわ
I love the laugh, dude. I spin around and take off down the stairs, ignoring her call to stop, like I'd listen to the enemy. This guy's like secondhand embarrassment, like a walking, talking secondhand embarrassment.
あれほどのエージェントを送り込んでくるとは、ついに本気になったようだな。
I run all the way down to the 4th floor and check behind me. Once I'm convinced that Makise Kurisu is not tailing me, I sigh while rubbing my temples.
だが、俺はまだ奴らに捕まるわけにはいかんのだ。
Yeah, let's get out of here. And go to a psychiatric ward. Well then, what do I do now? My mission was to attend the conference and evaluate Dr. Nakabachi's research. Now that I know he's a fraud, there's no real point in going back. I guess I'll just go home. But wait, aren't I forgetting something important? Let's see now. What was it? I don't know, dude.
ちぃ、マユリを置いてきた。
I low-key, I forgot about her too, bro. I knew she'd be a liability. I shouldn't have brought her along. I was trying to prioritize her safety but got careless. I'll try calling her first. If she's alright, then I can just have her meet me here. With that thought in mind, I take out my phone. I turn it on for the first time, by the way. And it rings, just as I do.
メールか？
Mail? It's not just a regular email. There's a video attached. And it's from an unknown address. I open the video file with some trepidation. There's nothing but noise. Is this a prank? Or some sort of Makise Kurusu style attack? Maybe the noise is some sort of make people go crazy frequency. No, wait, I don't remember giving her my email address, so I'm probably just thinking too hard. I curse myself for being gullible enough to play the video. I have more pressing matters to deal with anyway. Oh, I thought there was gonna be something, but I guess not. Bro, we literally have like 5 people in our contacts. I stopped the video and called Mayuri's phone from my address book.
マユリ、なぜ出ない？
I got a bad feeling about this, guys. Looks like I'll have to go back to the assembly hall. But things will get messy if I bump heads with Makise Kurisu again.
まさか、マキセクリスめ、マユリをさらったな。おのれ、それが機関のやり方か。
Leaving without Mayuri isn't an option. Call me overprotective, but she's like a little sister to me, and there's a very real danger that she might wander off somewhere the moment I let her out of my sight. Mayuri has always been like that. I never know if she'll be there when I turn to look. In a sense, that's why I became Hoen Kyoma.
戻るしかないか。
Yep, let's go get our girlie. The thought of climbing back up to the 8th floor is depressing, but I have no choice. He's such a loser, dude, this guy. When I get back to the assembly hall, Dr. Nakabachi's conference had just finished. Nobody's on stage and the phony investigator has already left. Inventor, my bad. The 20 or so members of the audience are starting to pack up. I soon find Mayuri. She's in the corner, looking lost. Well, at least she wasn't kidnapped. Even better, I don't see Marise Kurisu anywhere.
あの女、俺におじけついたか。
Yeah, I'd be scared
よ
too.
かろう。今日のところは見逃してやるとしよ
Still, I keep my eyes peeled as I run up to Mayuri.
う。
Why is
マ
she
ユリ、
crying?
なぜ電話に出ない？そろそろ帰るぞ。
Oh, let me guess. The Upa got stolen.
おかり、メタルウーパがいなくなっちゃった。
Okay, I was close. What did I say? He called me a fortune teller. She turns to me with a forlorn expression.
いなくなった？勝手に動き出したのか？それは実にファンタジーだな。
落としたみたい。
Okay, so she did lose it. See, I just know. I know. I see. So she was looking for it. Not like it really matters.
見つからないなら諦めろ。また当てればいい。
No. Rintaro, you don't understand. That was a limited edition one. It's rare. It was like special. You can't
当
get
た
another
りっ
one.
こないよ。だってね、メタルウーパはネットオークションで1万円近いプレミアがついてるんだよ。
I want. You know what? Give me that mental. I'll sell that. I'll resell that.
に？
That toy was worth that much?
マ
Dude
リオ、
basically made
一体ど
100
こで落
times
とし
the
たん
amount
だ？
he spent. He spent 100 yen and he got
わか
10,000
ん
yen
ない
back.
から探してるんだよ。あと、見つけても売らないからね。
その1万円、この俺の研究資金にしてやる。
10,000 yen ain't that much, no? I mean, it's like not a little amount, but it's not like to fund research. 10,000 yen's like nothing. No?
だから、売らないってば。マユシーの名前書いちゃったし。
Thus begins our search for the metal Upa.
トゥットゥルー。ウーパさん、出ておいで。
That do-do-do, I feel like I've heard that before. That sound effect is from Steins? No way. Mayuri tries calling out its name. I don't know if she truly expects a response. By the way, do-do-do is Mayuri's catchphrase. Dude, I've heard that like so many times before. I didn't know it was from this. Wow. It means... Actually, I've never bothered to ask what it means. Anyway, the Mera Upa is nowhere to be found. Maybe she didn't drop it in the assembly hall, but on the 7th floor, landing near the capsule toy machine. Bro, that boy that wanted our Mera Upa definitely stole it. I'm just saying. Another possibility is that someone with an eye for rare items pilfered it. Just imagining the smug grin on that person's face makes me writhe in envy.
おのれ、金にしか興味のない下劣なやつめ、恥を知れ。
おかりんもね。
Whoa, wasn't expecting that from Mayuri. What the hell? Okay. Who's that? What was that?
姫かな。
I think so. I just said the next line again. Only the presenter and a few other people are left in the assembly hall, including Mayuri and me. Less than half the audience remains. Everyone looks at each other anxiously, startled by the scream. Even I cannot suppress a shiver. First, the explosion on the roof. Now this. What's going on here? I don't know, you tell me. Mayuri squeezes my hand tight.
マユリ、ここにいろ。
I take a deep breath, prepare myself, and head into the direction of the scream. What's going on? Why is it looking like a Resident Evil game? I don't like these. The echoes lead me down a dark, empty hallway on the same floor. I'm pretty sure it came from around that corner. I crouch down and turn the corner slowly, keeping my eyes and ears peeled for any signs of danger. And there, at the end of the passage, I see it. There's something on the ground. No, someone. Motionless. They're dead. Who is it? The clothes are familiar. Kurisei-ma, whatever her name was. It can't be. No, wait, she's actually dead. Oh, she's actually dead. What? No, wait, she's actually dead? I was joking. Makise Kurisu. Her face is turned away. But I know it's her. Yeah, I can tell too. The impertinent genius girl I just fought with 10 minutes ago is now face down in a pool of bright red blood. She's dead.
なんで
Well, that's kind of... Wait, what? Suddenly, I realized that I'm shaking. I want to run away. I shouldn't have come. This is wrong. Someone killed Makise Kurisu. There's no other explanation. Who would do such a thing? There's no one else here. I didn't know this would turn into a murder mystery. I twist around in shock. Some other men have followed me, and every one of them is ghastly pale. They must have seen the body. Wait, are we gonna get framed? If we get framed, actually. A man cries out in panic. At this, everyone else starts screaming and running away. I follow them, of course. There's absolutely no reason to stay here. Concern for Makise Kurisu is superseded by my instinctive urge to flee. When I get back to the assembly hall, Mayuri is waiting for me with tears in her eyes.
Okari, どうしたの?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. We just gotta go, you know? We just gotta get out of here.
出るぞ
I grab Mayuri's hand and run. I race down the stairs, trying to drive the image of Kurisu's dead body from my mind. But I can't. The redness of her blood is buried deep into my mind more than the sight of her body itself. Oh my god, flashbang! That was my first time seeing a dead body. Is this what it's like? Then I realized that she was dead. I felt a chilling terror and a surge of nausea. But that was all I felt. Fear and disgust. No remorse? Shouldn't there be something more? I guess I just didn't know her that well. Not like remorse, but like you didn't feel sad or like anything like that. I finally stop once we get out of the main street, Chuodori. My chest pounds, my breathing labored from running down the stairs at full speed.
ねえねえ、何があったの? 顔色すごく悪いけど。
Nothing, don't worry about it. Mayuri doesn't seem to comprehend the situation. Yeah, let's keep it that way. I guess it's because she didn't see the body. She's not even breathing hard. She looks slow, but she's actually pretty fast on her feet.
人が死んでた
I take several deep breaths. The color of that blood still stains my brain. But I've calmed down a bit. Makise Kurisu is dead. And I don't know who the killer is. Sirens in the distance. I guess an ambulance will be here soon. Then the police will arrive and this area will become a crime scene. But for now, the crowd smiling through Akihabara have no idea what has happened. Everyone is going about their business, as usual. Never-ending search for electronics, MOE, and, corn. Just another day in Akihabara. I take my phone out of my pocket, perhaps out of reflex. I'm not sure what I can do. I'm not sure what I plan to do with it. Oh, I know. My friend Daru. I'll tell him about what happened just now, since he knows about Makise Kurisu. I suppose it might be disrespectful to the victim. But my adrenaline is pumping. I can't make the calm decisions after witnessing something like that firsthand. That's how humans are, after all. We're not as special as we like to believe. At the end of the day, we're nothing but dirty, slime-like flesh. Our souls fester like... Dude, what are these references? That's how we humans are. While wallowing in a bit of angst, I begin to type on my phone. Someone stabbed Makise Kurisu. Looked bad. Hope she's okay. But what do you mean hope she's okay when she's lying face first in the blood? I don't know if she was stabbed. That just seems like the most logical explanation given the amount of blood and the absence of a gunshot. Okay, well, okay, actually, to be fair. Okay, I guess you can, like, kind of suspect that she might be okay. Like, she might not actually have gotten stabbed. Maybe, like, she would, I don't know, maybe she got cut, you know, but she have bled to death. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, on the other hand, I didn't write that she was dead. Although I'm pretty sure she was dead. I can't exactly explain why I didn't. If I had to say, I guess I felt like writing it down would set it in stone. It might make me feel guilty as well. The thought brings a smirk to my face. It's not like I'm the one who killed her. Why should I feel guilty? I just saw someone's death up close and only a few minutes later I'm smiling. Am I really that cruel and cold? Well, I am a fiendish and mad scientist, so it suits me. I finished typing and placed my thumb over the send button. And then, I pressed down. Sending. Is he gonna reply right away? It's like giving me those vibes. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hey, yo, time machine?
No!
What? Wait, are we back? What's that? Wait, look around. Wait, what?
消えた。
They're gone. Summer break. Noon. The busiest street in town. Just now, thousands of pedestrians vanished into the air. Is this a dream? Am I hallucinating? I don't know. But they're gone. I saw them vanish with my own 2 eyes. I stand, petrified, speechless, and alone on the empty street. Desperate to find someone, anyone, I look up. And there, at the top of Radikhan, sticking out from the 8th floor vent hall where we just were. What the hell? Is a crashed satellite. Ain't that like machine thing on the roof earlier? Hey yo, anime opening time! Let's go! There's no end through their start in the subject. It has its own power, it ruins, and it goes through. There is a start. Also, I'm not reading all that, bro. Okay, we got an anime opening. I'm gonna totally get copyrighted for this, okay? So we're skipping that. Okay, prologue done. Chapter 1.
おい、そこの貴様。俺たちが見えているか？
I can see you.
なぜ何も答えない？貴様に聞いているんだぞ。モニターのそっち側にいる貴様にだ。
Bro, I said hi! Dude.
間抜け面をしよってつまらんやつだ。
Is that our friend earlier that we texted?
貴様からだと俺たちはテレビのモニターの中にいるように見えるだろうな。だがそれは大きな間違いだ。
Wait, what in the breaking the fourth wall is this?
モニターの中にいるのは貴様なのだよ。貴様が現実だと思っているその世界は実は全て虚構。もちろん貴様自身もな。
Heck, I am a 2D fictional character. How did you know? How did you know?
真の現実。
How did you know, dude?
それはこちら側にある。
Okay.
自分が何を指摘されているのかすら分かっていないか。無理もない。まあいい。貴様には分かりやすく俺たちのことについて説明してやろうではないか。
Okay.
まず俺たちがいるのはどこかということだ。ここは東京秋葉原にある未来ガジェット研究所だ。俺たちは普段ラボと呼んでいる。世界の支配構造を作り変えるという我が野望の拠点だな。
Okay.
そうなんだ。悪いことしちゃダメなんだよ、オカリン。
まあ入りは少し黙っていろ。駅から出たら中央通りを進み、末広町駅の交差点を蔵前橋通りへ左折。次の信号の一歩手前の路地を入ると大檜山ビルという古臭い雑居ビルがある。その2階に我がラボは今日構えている。目印はビル1階にある ブラウン管工房というマニアックなテナントだな。今時旧式のブラウン管テレビだけを扱っているショップだ。いかに電気街である秋葉原といえども需要があるとは思えない寂れた店なのだ。だがブラウン管工房店長である天王寺というおっさんはこのビルのオーナーでもある。ゆえに今や急ピッチで都市開発が進みしかも高騰しているこの秋葉原であろうと道楽丸出しの店を構えていられるというわけだ。幸いにもあの店長は人を見る目はあるようでな。この俺のカリスマ性を見抜きビル2階を丸々ワンフロアただ同然で貸してくれたのだ。ふわだが未来ガジェット研究所は深刻な人材不足のため優秀な研究員を随時募集中だ。今のところ所属研究員は
So can I apply?
オカリンオカリン、そこはラボメンって言わなきゃ。所属研究員じゃなくて
ラボメンすなわちラボラトリーメンバーは俺を含めて3人である。
So this guy's reading a script, basically.
ラボメンナンバー001ラボ創設者にして狂気のマッドサイエンティストであるこの俺法院京馬。
オカリンって呼び方の方が可愛いのに。
そしてコスプレが趣味の高一点ラボメンナンバー002椎名真由里。
てってるまゆしーです。着るんじゃなくて作るのが趣味だよ。
W?
最後に
Super hacker?
スーパーハカーラボメンナンバー003橋田至だ。
Oh, it wasn't the friend we called earlier.
スーパーハカーって呼ぶなよ。スーパーハッカーだろ上皇。
What's the difference?
そんな我々3人で構成される未来ガジェット研究所の活動内容はそのものズバリ発明である。
Okay.
詳細は我がラボのホームページを見てくれ。もちろん闇の支配権力と戦うための未来ガジェットが最優先事項だがその研究から派生する副産物的な発明も多い。というか今のところはそっちばかりだ。すでに我々は8つの未来ガジェットを完成させた。だがこれはまだ序章でしかない。未来ガジェットのアイデアは俺の中に108まであるのだ。
Okay.
某テニス漫画みたいにですね。わかります。
人の煩悩の数といえこのアットチャンネルの目。それと俺が話しているのだから口出しをするなと言っているだろ。
そもそもオカリン、さっきからなんで独り言喋ってんの？
Oh, yeah,
独り
you guys
言ではない。
just wrote that. It's hard.
見てわからないのか。俺は今モニターの向こうにいるこいつに話しかけているのだ。
Okay.
あ、
Hello, return.
今その人にやりって笑った。
おのれ貴様何を笑っているのか。モニターの中の存在のくせに。
こっちみんなって言ってやれば？
通じないんじゃないかな。
俺たちに話しかけられていることにすら気づいていないらしいな。自覚がないというのは実に不幸なことだ。
その人にしてみたらマユシーたちがゲームみたいに見えてるのかな。
Bro, this breaking the fourth wall stuff is cool though. I can't lie.
そいつには現実なのかゲームなのかっていう発想さえないんじゃね？
んじゃあダル君の大好きな二次元の女の子たちもそうなの？
それは別。あの子たちは僕の嫁だから。
Oh, what the parasocial. Okay, okay, okay.
誰の嫁の話はどうでもいい。
でもさ、マユシの言ったことって興味深いテーマじゃん。もし仮に僕たちがゲームの中の住人だとしたら、それを見極める術はあると思う？
Oh, Itaru, you're onto something, my guy.
ないな。
No.
即答かよ。
ゆえに そのような議論は不毛。世界の支配構造を打ち砕く方法について考える方がよほど有意義だ。
中二病オツ
Chunibyo, okay. Chunibyo, isn't that the thing where like it's called like high school girls like whatever syndrome, and this is essentially the idea that like you think you're something you're not. Think like characters like Fischl from Genshin Impact kind of thing, where it's like it's like when you have like delusions of grandeur kind of thing. Like, ain't that low-key what Chunibyo is? I step back from the monitor. Displayed on the screen is the ugly cute character Alpaca Man. This game is called Alpaca Man 2, where you speak to Alpaca Man via a microphone and watch him react. The game exploded in popularity when it was released 10 years ago, but personally, I only find the ugly part of ugly cute to be true. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I bought it yesterday, 500 yen used, headset included. I turned to Daru with a menacing stare. Yeah, it was Daru! Daru was our friend.
黙れスーパーハカ。俺は中二病ではない。
I sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin.
ほーい。今日まだ。
Oh my days, this guy.
そういう設定っしょ。
Yeah, right? This guy's like you and your D&D campaigns, bro.
やれやれ。誰の人とのコミュニケーションの取れなさはどれだけ経っても治らないな。
アニメのオフ会じゃ僕がいつも場を盛り上げてるっつうの。
This fat, bespectacled guy is my brother in arms and right-hand man, Hashida Itaru, nicknamed Daru. He's a hardcore otaku. You can always find him in front of the computer playing games and watching anime. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him, anything's fun as long as it's MOE. He's the reliable and skilled partner who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his insistence that software is his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude with hardware as well.
針指に刺さった。
Over here, nursing a pricked finger, we have Shina Mayuri, a 16-year-old high school student. If you can believe it, I've known her since we were both small. She's also an otaku, nowhere near Daru's level though. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division for women, and today she's working on costumes at her usual leisurely pace. Why does the Future Gadget Laboratory need costumes for women? It doesn't. The truth is that Mayuri is completely useless. Still, there's no way I could ever kick her out. After all, she was the first to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring. She said to me,
マユシーはオカリンの人質だからここにいようと思います。
interesting way of introducing yourself. Well, that certainly was cryptic. But her offer was my salvation. For she was the first to join me on my magnificent quest. She saved me from a solitary life on the run from the organization. I will never forget her kindness. Wait, the organization's still a thing, right? Like, okay, low-key, I feel like that prologue was the future and this is the past. Or vice versa, where the prologue is the past and this is the future. Something like that. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Her being here is enough.
でオカリン、アルパカマンは反応したん？
いや、全然。
The human-faced alpaca inside the monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive, you'd think that the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. Never again will I play this boring game.
この不愛想アルパカめが。
I curse his name and smack the TV. As soon as I do, the TV makes a sound like it's shortened, and then the screen goes blank. I change the channel. Nothing. Check the power cable. Nothing. Whack it again. Nothing. I guess it's broken. Damn. This crummy TV is on lease from the Brong Tube workshop downstairs. It's probably just old.
ね。アルパカさんが怒っちゃったんだよ。
後で修理できるか聞きに行かなければ。
I turn off the TV and lie down on the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at a conspicuous stain on the ceiling while fanning myself. I close my eyes. And what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago. Wait, this is the same day?
消えた。
Wait. Okay. So, chronological order of events. We have the conference, Kurisei's death, this weird low-key we just fainted in the middle of the street, and now we're here. As I left Radikan, everyone vanished before my eyes. I can't explain it. And it wasn't just the people on the street. The people in the stores, gone. And all the restaurants, gone. And even the cars vanished, drivers and all. And it all happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, an empty city spread out before me. I could still hear the music from the stores, but those catchy melodies were the only sounds of life remaining. Heat was rising from the asphalt in waves, but I only felt a cold chill down my spine. I just stood there, breathless until...
どうかした？
Okay. Mayuri's voice brought me back to reality. Mayuri hadn't disappeared. She was right there looking at me with questioning eyes.
今、人が消えたよな。消えただろ。今目の前で。
Panic took hold as the enormity of what had just happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Mayuri by her shoulder and shook her.
マユリも見たか。見たよな。
Not so real. Mayuri's head flopped back and forth from my shaking.
見てない。
見てない。
I stopped shaking her and looked her straight into the eyes. She returned my gaze with clear eyes, as clear as glass marbles.
見ていない。見ていないのか。だってついさっきまでここにはたくさんの人たちが歩いていたんだぞ。
歩いてたかな。
それに店員まで消えている。こんなことはいくらなんでもありえない。
それは仕方ないと思うよ。
Her reply didn't make any sense, right? I asked her if it was strange, and she was like, yeah, that's yeah. Like
と
what?
にかくね、最初からこの辺には誰もいなかったよ。あ、そっか。オカリンは幻を見てたんだね。
Okay, so essentially to everyone else, there was no one here, but to us, there was people here, now there aren't.
きっとこの暑さのせいだよ。トゥットゥルー。
How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a bit strange, but maybe her brain is actually broken. I realized that she couldn't help me. With no one else to turn, I look up at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight. The scorching summer sun shone bright through the gaps between Akihabara's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Radikan, where I had just been a moment before. Yeah, it's still there. There it was, an enormous machine, like some kind of satellite, embedded in the roof of the building where, not only 5 minutes before, I'd found Makise Kurisu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone else disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Makise Kurisu might still be in that dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody, and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind was,
そもそもあの人工衛星は一体なんだ。
Right before Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb and it exploded. The roof door The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it someone placed a satellite-like machine, shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the roof. But that's not what I was seeing just now. The satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabachi's press conference had been. It must have fallen out of the orbit without burning up in the atmosphere, somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen?
マユリ、あの人工衛星だが。
びっくりしたね。
I feel like we just got transported. We got isekai'd, bro. That's the only
びっく
explanation.
りしただと。何がびっくりしたのだ。
ドカーンってすっごい音がしたもん。
A huge kaplow. It certainly did make a sound, but I don't think it was kaplow. I'd say it was more like zero.
あの人工衛星は落ちてきたのか。
来たのかな。宇宙人さん乗ってるのかな。
Had I lost my mind? What I hadn't seen didn't match with what Mayuri was saying at all. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all?
そこの君たち
Oh, policeman. Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us and his expression stern.
ここで何をやっているんだ。ここらは今立ち入り禁止だ。すぐに出て行きなさい。
ごめんなさい。
What?
それより制服警官さん、仮にあなたを警官 A と名付けるが、一つ聞きたいことがあるんです。
Officer A. Dude.
警官 A って
今ここで数千人の通行人が一瞬で消えたんです。あなたも見ましたよね。
I don't think Rintaro understands what's going on.
見ていない。いいから早く出て行け。
I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Makise Kurisu and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could,
さっきから何をバカなことばかり言っているんだ。
the policeman took me by the upper arm and said, "No one got stabbed at Roddy Khan." What? How could he say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcefully led us away. We were escorted up to UPX and released. There were people at UPX, like usual. Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just like Officer A had said, Chuodori had been blockaded by police and nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabachi's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Roddy Khan. All the major stations in Tokyo, even TOTV, are running special bulletins about it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chodori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Maki's street, nor Makise Kurisu's murder. It's all a mystery. A mystery?
そうか。そういうことか。
Yeah, this bro definitely does not know what's going on. From the sofa, I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Daru and Mayuri turn and stare.
これもすべて機関の隠蔽工作ということだな。
Oh, my
警
dudes.
察にすら圧力をかけられるということは、この国の中枢ももはや奴らの手の内にあるということ。なんということだ。
Legit, I think we need a most delusional fictional character award and it goes to this guy.
だが、俺の目はごまかせんぞ。いつか必ず奴らの所業を暴き、その支配構造に終止符を打ってやる。
Okay. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of my favorite soda that I am not sponsored by from the fridge. The lab has no air conditioning. Ice cold drinks are essential.
頭脳労働の後のドクターペッパーは相変わらず最高にうまいな。
I love how you can hear the voice actor say the name, but then it's just like censored here.
コーラの方がよくね？
Yeah, I low-key agree with this guy.
オカリンは本当にドクターペッパーさんが大好きだよね。
この知的飲料の良さがわからないやつは人生の5分の1を損しているぞ。うわ
Step through the curtain dividing its center, and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it is strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know the setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poked Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. All of the windows here are weather stripped with packing tape, so it's dim and hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Upon entering the development room, I pick up the lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room, for practical reasons, as well as symbolic ones, mainly symbolic ones. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money, might I add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn, and probably will never be.
ダル、計画は順調に推移しているか？
Hey, yo, the brands? We got Shin Ramyeon in the background too? Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and look at his and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Look, it's literally Shin Ramyeon, bro. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer models. Yeah, that is actually pretty big.
計画は計画だ。8号機の挑戦以外に何があるというのか。
ああ、そのこと。いきなり計画とか言うから何事かと思った。
そろそろお前との付き合いも3年半ほどになる。
2 years ain't actually that long. We went to the same high school together, and now we're going to be going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months, though.
高2の時はクラス別でほとんど喋んなかったじゃん。だから実質2年半じゃね？
細かいことはどうでもいい。それほどの付き合いの長さなのだから、いい加減俺の会話についてこられるようになってくれ。
それは無理。
Nope. Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do was have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means except us. Shut down again.
それで8号機の不調の原因究明は進んだか？
いや、まだ。
So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has a complete total of 8 inventions. As I explained to the Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadow. At present, we haven't completed any investigations of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we've managed to create some ingenious futurist gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It is a fundamental truth of science that great inventors are often created by accident. In other words, serendipity. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadget number 1, the bit particle gun. Gadget number 2, the bamboo helicam. Gadget number 3, could this be Aura? JoJo reference? Gadget number 4, mode stake. Gadget number 5, once again, I made a worthless object by Gomon. Number 6, the Sialoom Saber. Number 7, Ghost in the Ball. They can all be seen on the website Daru made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist's genius. Anyway, our current problem is future gadget number 8, the phone wave, name subject to change. Phone wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. When a future gadget is completed, the three of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology, or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Daru thinks my naming style is too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. He says they don't fit in her head. And so our opinions on gadget names are always a split. But I digress. The phone wave is, in short, a remote-controlled microwave. You put food in the microwave before you leave, then on the way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Voila, hot food ready for your arrival. So, it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the phone wave has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly just ditzy, Mayuri had made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1, as usual when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen when she put it in. The microwave froze the chicken. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause.
マユシがやった状況を再現して何度も実験したけど、冷凍できたりできなかったりだし、バナナを冷凍してみようとしたらさらにへんてこなことになったし、さっぱりわかんねえ。
Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it happen again.
マユリマユリここにバナナを持て
Why bananas, dude?
またゲルバナ作るの？
Shell banana sounds disgusting, dude.
前から気になってたけどさ、マユシ。ゲルバナって略さないでくんない？
だってね、ゲルバナはゲルバナだもん。
I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave.
なんでいつも一房丸ごと入れるの？もったいないよ。
Yeah, I agree, dude. What are you doing?
ケチケチしていては機関との戦いに勝利することなどできんぞ。
勝たなくてもいいよ。あのね、バナナはマユシーが買ってきてるんだからね。おかげでマユシーはちっともバナナが食べられません。
次からは一本ずつ使うことも検討しておこう。
But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. The phone wave is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. The number is already in my address book. I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants, my coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and coat pockets. No, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and my coat pockets. Let's press the phone triggers button and call the cell phone and make a call to the phone wave. It allows to confirm the controller settings from config of the system menu. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and my coat pockets. Wait, what? Phone triggers button. Where? Where? Wait, config. Where? Am I dumb? What? Help! Wait, is this it? Config title, phone trigger? ZC, is that what I have to do? What does that do? Wait, what did I have to do again? I forgot. Guys, I forgot. Okay, now I'll keep the red one. Oh, this is a goated ringtone. Okay, let's try this one. This one's cute. I like that. That's cute. Precaution. Okay. Oh, this one's goated. Reunion. Okay. Okay, see, I like this one. Was it this one? Yeah, I like that one. Confirm. Oh, we're collecting all the steam. Male ringtone. Let's see. Okay, let's do reunion for this one. But this is not what I'm here to do. Phone wave. Call. There we go. I'm connected. Sorry, it took me like 5 hours to remember what I was trying to do, but...
RENG こちらは電話レンジかっこ仮です。
Girl, why does it have a... What? This is the voice of Mayushi Guidance. The system Daru programmed to operate the phone wave.
マユシーの声聞こえてきた？
少し黙れ。マユシーガイダンスが聞こえなくなる。
こちらからタイマー操作ができます。
Okay.
シャープボタンを押した後、温めたい秒数をプッシュしてください。例えば1分ならシャープ60、
Okay.
2分ならシャープ120です。
Okay, that makes sense. Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120 hash. That should do it. This method was originally a simple mistake on Mayuri's part, but it somehow starts the freezing process. The phone wave comes to life. Wait, that's kind of insane, no? Because, like, essentially you're doing the verse, but, like, essentially that's not how, like, waves work, no? The turntable begins to rotate. The turntable, sorry.
綺麗なターンテーブルだろう。普段と違って逆回転してるんだぜそれ。
何？逆回転？
The time travel stars here? I never noticed that.
そこに重大な意味があるかもしれない。漁師の振る舞いにも影響してくる問題であり、奮闘の規則を導入して。
あるわ。ねえよ。
Yeah, no.
ないか。
What is
Nine.
control?
そうか。
I guess this guy's just yapping out of his ass, bro. The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds, the microwave chimes. Mayuri takes the bananas out.
ゲルバナの出来上がり。
Oh my god, disgusting, bro. The bananas have become not bananas, gelatinous blobs coated with a thin membrane. After Mayuri discovered that the phone wave had a freezing function, we attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. It just gets more confusing each time.
ダルよ。このバナナ、食べてみようとは思わないか思うはずだ。我らの理念達成の犠牲となり散ったダルに敬礼。
Bro, this guy.
すげえまずそうじゃん。
味は関係ない。食べることに意味があるのだ。さあダルよ、遠慮することはない。骨は拾ってやるから思い切ってズズイと行くがいい。
いらね。
Break a leg or a stomach. Yeah, low-key Daru's kind of goated now.
ではマユリ、お前にその名誉を譲ろう。
なんかね、ゲルバナは中身がデロデロでブニュブニュだったよ。
Wait, she already tried one.
味もしないし、全然美味しくなかった。
I'd imagine.
デロデロでブニュブニュか。ダルよ、どう思う？
ブニュブニュバナナか。ブニュブニュのバナナ。マユシ、
Oh my god.
あなたのバナナブニュブニュだねって言ってみて。
Oh my days. Actually, no. I thought Daru was kind of real for like low key just like calling out all of Rentero's goofy ass stuff. Nah, this guy. Nah, nah. We don't like this guy anymore. I don't like this guy
ダ
anymore.
ルくん鼻血出てる。
いいから言ってみてください。お願いします。
あなたのバナナ。
Oh my days. No. No, don't say that, Mayuri.
言わせるな手の額
Thank you, Rentaro. Daru retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Thank you, Rentaro. Mayuri looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway.
ゲル状になったということは反固形。すなわち分子同士の結びつきが弱くなっている可能性がある。
Okay. What could have particularly liquefied the bananas?
そうか。わかったぞ。
Every time he says that, I just have like the shadow of doubt in my mind. I turn to the whiteboard and write freezing in the middle. Then I cross it out and slap the board with my hand.
俺たちは冷凍機能だと思い込んでいたが実は違ったのだよ。
Okay. A bold statement, if I do say so myself. So why isn't anyone else surprised?
さあお前たちなんだってと叫ぶがいい。ここは叫ぶところだ。
Their reactions are pathetically weak. Mayuri probably didn't even understand half of what I said.
冷凍機能じゃないのは分かってるっつうの。
Oh.
問題はじゃあこの機能って何ぞ？何が起きてんのってことじゃん。
冷凍の逆なら解凍じゃないのかな。
実に愚鈍な意見だなマユリ。それでは普通の電子レンジと同じではないか。
じゃあどういうこと？
それが分かんないから悩んでるんだお。
He's right. To be honest, I haven't a clue. Wait. If the chicken that was frozen and she was microwaving them came out more cold, then you would assume, technically, that when she took it out, left it out for a bit, then microwaved it. So then, in the microwave, when it traveled back in time, it returned to its state of being in the freezer, which is why it came out colder. I cracked the case, guys! In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time Daru and I head to Daibiru. Actually, that's where I want to end it for today because I was kind of looking for a place to save, but this is actually a really good place to save, so let me just save. Oh, there's so many slots. I love when they do that. Okay. We'll save there. I will just save again. And I'll just save it again. In case. Okay. Thank you for coming to the stream. Loki, Steins Gate's a bit goofy. It is kind of a bit... It kind of reminds me of Ace Attorney in the sense that, like, they like to use a lot of, like, humor. I like that, yeah. A little bit confuzzled, but I have seen that the story gets, like, really good in the second half. So, we'll push through the first half. I think I'll be back tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. You can always check on YouTube. I'll have the next stream prepped. Yeah, okay, bye-bye, guys. Thank you for coming to stream.